Today our agenda is a lab part of lookup packet. Not activity, transformation. Okay. So please check the data sets first of all. Just recently I created one resource group, that is ADF fans. Within that we have data factory, Apache Spark pool, storage account. At the same time, something related with the Synapse. So I'm going to enter into my storage account. Get into the containers. So it's our input container. So here I have basic our regular file, which is EMP. We have only 5 fields into this one. Okay. See, sir, here, if you look at this file, the first field is ID, next field is name, salary, gender, department number. But look at all of you, look at the last field. There is something, last field is a department number, 11, 12, 11, 11, 11, 12, something names are there. Okay. There is only the ID or identity of department number. But if you look at that one, 11 is the department number. But what is the information of that department number 11 that is not available over here? Okay. Just department is 11, that's it, 11. But what is 11? Whether 11 is a marketing department or HR department, that information is not available here. That information is available in other data set in the form of key and value. Okay, I will open the data set. Please observe. Remember, we have only 5 rows into this one. Actually, it is showing the count as 6, but the first line is header. Second row onwards, data. Okay. Let me open that. Into the same container, I have kept one more file. That is something a DEPT lookup. Please check this information. In the previous file, there is only department numbers. There are only department numbers 11, 12, maybe other things also. But here in this file, 11 is there, 12 is there, 13 is there, 14 is there. 11 means marketing, 12 is HR department, the department description I am saying. 13 is finance and 14 is admin something. Okay. So I want to join these two things. Generally, for such kind of scenarios, in case of SQL, you will be applying joins. But the joins are more costly in execution, sir. Remember that. Okay. Whenever you wanted to associate a key with other key, the lookups are very faster in execution because of the backend execution algorithms. Okay. The first step, what we are going to do is from the ADF, we are going to create a data sets for these two files. So please wait, I am going to do that one. We have some ADF instance, which is data factory, that is cloud ETLs. I'm going to start that one. Okay, sir, it started. I'm going to launch that ADF Studio. Sir, I'm taking this session from the outside of the almost in the public place. That's where some noise may be coming from outside. Please bear that. Okay. So ADF instance is launched. Already linked service is created for my storage account. Okay. I'm just going to create a data sets for these two data sets. I'm going to create a new data set for employee file, what you have seen in the first time. Okay. Selecting format as delimited and giving some name, just ds underscore employee. That is my first file. Okay. Already I have created a linked service for that, which is st gen2 201. I'm selecting that one. The file I'm going to select. My input is in this container. My file name, my first file is emp.txt. Saying okay for this. Okay. Yeah, data set is created but not yet published. Let me create one more data set for second, which is lookup file, in which file only department number and department number description is available. Department number as a key, description as value. Remember that. Okay. I'm going to create a one more thing. Already you have seen the file content. Okay. There are only two fields in that second file. Our file is in data lake, that too in Gen2. The file name I'm giving as ds underscore department. Okay. The linked service, which is old one, which is st gen2 2101. Going to select the second file name from the input container, which is dept lookup.txt. Already have checked the file structure. There are only two fields, remember, in the format of key and value. Okay. Saying okay for this. And I need one more thing, which is for output data set. For the output data set, already I have a data set here, which is ds processed. Okay, I'm going to directly use this one. Okay, we have two things now: employees as a first source, department as second source. Our output container is processed. Okay, these two things we are going to use, right? Okay, please wait. I'm going to publish all these data sets which are newly created, right? Clicking on publish all. Just please wait. I'm sorry. Publish. Publishment completed, sir. Now let's create a fresh data flow. We have two sources now, data set number one and data set number two. That's why we are going to create two data sets as sources first. Just click on this one. In the place of data set, I'm going to configure the first data set, which is a ds underscore employee, right? Okay. Now, before going for the next level, I'm going to configure second data source. Just click on the second box. Here I'm going to give the file, which is like a data set as a department. ds underscore department I am giving. Just remember, in the first source, we have 5 fields. In the second source, we have only 2 fields, but common field is only department number, right? I'm going to attach one new transformation for the first source, that is lookup. So lookup under category of multiple inputs and outputs. Within this, I'm going to, which please observe the check the last one, which is lookup. I'm going to add it, right? But till now, there is no connection between source 2 and lookup. Only connection between source 1 and lookup. That's it. Now, if you configure that, just treat source 1 as left side, source 2 as right side of output streams. Okay. Just I'm going to get into lookup one. Please check. Please observe, all of you. Here, primary stream is source 1. What is a lookup stream, which should be the second one? I'm going to select that, which is source 2. I have selected, right? Okay. Now there is a connection between all these 3 things. Now I'm going to attach sync, which is final target. The final target I'm going to select as sync. Okay, within this sync. Before going for that sync, please look back to lookup one, please. Go to the settings of the lookup one. There are a lot many options. Especially look at option number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth field, which is match on. For now, I'm just selecting any row, first row, last row. Only 3 options are available, but by default, any row. What is the importance of any row? After checking this output, you will be easily understanding that. About remaining options, I will take one more session on in the next session. Please check this. I'm going to select sync 1 now. I'm going to configure sync 1. In the case of sync 1, already we created one output data set for one existed container which is processed. The name we have given for that is ds underscore processed. I'm selecting that one. But going to the settings, here the first option, clear the folder, I'm selecting. Already if there are any existed files, those files will be removed and fresh output file will be loaded. Okay. Almost all configurations are ready. I'm going to publish this data flow. Something error here. Yeah, conditional expression is missed, sir. Just go back to the lookup once again. Because based on what field the joining should be happened, we forget to configure that one. Please check the last option, which is the lookup conditions. I'm remembering you in the first file, which is employee file. The last field is department number. In the second file, the first field is department number. Based on the department number, the joining should happen now. Okay. So that's why it is asking for left side and it is asking for right side. In the left side, I'm going to select department number. Let me check what is the field number. Please lift up me back. Which is exactly column number 5, but why it is not listing the column names, we will verify. At the time of configuring data sets, we might have done some mistake. For now, simply I am selecting column 5 from the first file. From the second file, I am going to select first column. Okay. I have selected these two for now. Now just we forget to run the data flow debug. We are not yet enabled that one. Please wait. I'm going to activate debug flow activation. Okay. Meanwhile, it is going to run. What the mistake we have done? Let's please wait. I'm going to source one, sir. In the source one, what is the file we have selected? Please check, which is ds underscore employee. I'm going to open that. Almost file name is correct. And delimiter is comma and everything is fine. I think we forget at the time of creating data set, we forget this last second one option, sir. First row as header, we forget that one. Just I am activating that. Okay. Now let's do the same thing for second data set. Right? The second data set for us is ds underscore department. Right? So here also we forget to select first row as header. I am selecting that. These two changes, once again I am publishing. Because if you don't select first row as header, it treats that like column 1 as first field, column 2 as second field, like that. Because we did not see in the previous example, we did not see what you say, the column names. Okay. So that's why these modifications I did. Now please check our data flow once again. What is the data flow we have given name is, we did not give any name. Default name is data flow number 1, right? Yeah, please check now. I'm coming back to lookup number 1. So here now you can check it. Because the change is not yet reflected. Let me go back to source one once again. Please check inspect. So here the problem is, once the field names by default are constructed like column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, column 5, or in the next data set as column 1 and column 2. Okay. The configured names are not at the configured column names are not mapped into this one. That's why let's configure once again. Coming back to source one. Or else let's redesign that one. I'm redesigning all the things. First as source one. Please check. The source one related configuration. I'm selecting employee. Where is employee? Here. Employee. Just let's go for the inspect. Now you can observe. Still it is showing as column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4, column 5. I think published changes are not yet reflected. Okay, give me 5 minutes time, sir. Let's try with a new data set. I'm saying EMP1. Sorry, not data set name. First of all, a storage type, data lake. DS underscore E1 I am saying, okay. Linked service, same thing. First row as header. Which is emp.txt. Okay, created perfectly. One more data set I'm trying now. Data like Gen2. Same thing, selected delimited format and which is DS underscore. For department, I am giving as D1. Same storage account. I mean, same linked service for same storage account, which is my second file. Department. Okay. Select the option as first as header and saving this. Now two data sets, just remember E1 and E2, E1 and D1. These two things I am publishing again. So something sync transformation. Because we are going to publish, whenever you publish something, like it is going to publish all the things. So please check our data pipeline, which is pipeline number 1. Let's remove this. Even data flow also I'm going to remove. The recent data flow, what we have done is the DF flow 1. Okay. Please check the notifications. It said that will be deleted, but no confirmation yet. But I'm going to publish, retry the publishing once again about the new data sets. Publish. So waiting for the confirmation, please wait. Yeah, 2 data sets published completely. Now let's redefine the flow, data flow. I'm going to create a new data flow now. The source one, I'm going to configure employee file, which is E1. This one. Now let me try with inspect whether column names are configured perfectly or not. Now configured. Previously column 1, column 2, column 3, something like that we have seen. Okay, now column names perfectly configured. I'm going to do the same thing for the second source. The second source configuration is which is D1, which is about departmental file. Okay. Let's check the inspect. There are only 2 fields, but not column 1 and column 2. Okay, department number as first column and description as second column, right? Okay. So for the first source, I'm going to attach lookup, and from the lookup, matching with in the case of matching, and there are 3 options, sir. Any row, first row, last row. About remaining options in tomorrow sessions we will be seeing. Okay. I'm going to configure the lookup condition. In the left side, department number I'm going to choose, and from the right side, department number I'm going to choose. And it is not okay. Why it is not highlighting right side is because we did not say what is the lookup stream. Correct. Yeah. The lookup stream is source 2, which is about department. Right? Okay, now please try to do that. Yeah, here now available. Based on the department number, I'm going to match. Okay, now it is configured, sir. So now only the final pending is sync. The sync I am giving the name for the sync. Okay, sync I am selecting. In the case of sync, the old one which is processed, I am going to select. I'm sorry, here it is not visible. Sir, please look at this, which is the file name I forgot. Processed, I think. Output container.
Processed something.
DS underscore processed, I think. Yeah, we selected that. But one thing, sir, whenever you have given one container, you have to decide whether you have to add one more output file into that one, or I want to override. To do that, just get into in the case of sync, get into the second tab, which is settings. From that, clear the folder. Please select this option. If there are any existed files, that will be overridden, and a fresh file will be written. Fresh output file will be written into that one. Okay, only for that only this option will be helpful. Okay, almost all the configurations are ready. Just publish this data flow. This data flow name I'm going to change. Look up example number 1 I am giving. Okay, because we are going to see next level examples in tomorrow about remaining options. Okay, now the name I'm going to publish this data flow. Just publish. Please wait for confirmation. Yeah, publish it, sir. And now final step is we have to create a pipeline for that. Just I'm going to create a new pipeline. The pipeline name, let's say pipe lookup one, pipe lookup one. Okay. Now from the move and transform, just drag the data flow. From this data flow activity, select your data flow, actual data flow. Already we have created that one. We are going to select that one. What is the name we have given? Which is a lookup example one. Just we are selecting that. Remaining all configurations are ready. Okay. Now already data flow debug mode is enabled, sir. I'm going to run it. Just click on this debug and check what is going to happen. Now your pipeline is in progress mode. Still in progress, sir. So please, all of you, please check the confirmation, especially the status that is succeeded. Okay. So come back to your file system. Where is your file system? So go to home. Your resource group is ADF fans. On ADF fans, we have storage account, which is STGen2101. And go to the containers. I have 2 containers now. Go to the processed. So here the lookup is written by the Spark system, sir. Already I told you, whenever you submitted a data flow, the backend execution will be done by the Databricks cluster, which is by the Spark. Okay. If you look at the first partition, please check what will happen. Within this only the schema will be there. But for this output schema, the inputs are 2 files. In the first input file, you have 5 fields. In the second field, you have only 2 fields, but common field is only department number. So additionally, what happens? Except that common column, all the remaining columns are placed into one particular output file here. ID, name, salary, department number. These are the 5 fields in the first file. But department number and description are in second file. Okay, but department number is placed only one time here. Got it? Finally, complete all the fields are available. Okay, so please check the second partition file. Here complete you will see the data. Please check the data here. Same all the 6 fields: ID, name, salary, gender, department number, and description. Already from the output file you can understand 11 means marketing, 12 means HR, 13 means finance, 14 means something admin, like that. Okay, now perfectly the meeting has the meet between 11 of employee, 11 of department file, both are perfectly joined here. So for this purpose, you can apply without lookup, you can run even joins. But joins, what will happen is, in the case of joins, the problem with the joins is, first row always will try to match with the all the rows of second. Suppose think that, all of you think that in the left side data set, there are 100 rows, sir. In the right side data set, there are only 10 rows. 100 into 10, how much? 1000. 1000 comparisons to be happened. But in the case of key and value kind of algorithms, key and value mapping kind of algorithms, okay, generally in the case of programming, we use maps, we use dictionaries, especially in the Python point of view. In the case of Java, we use maps. Okay, I mean map objects, like that. There is a special algorithm will be applied to match key and value, like a binary search kind of special algorithms will be applied. Whenever your second data set, I mean right side data set, is going to have only key and value format, lookups are better. Okay, but the thing is, whenever you are going to have key and multiple values, at that time this kind of lookups are not better. At that time joins are better, remember. I hope all of you understood my statement about this. If the right
Sir,
side data set is going to have only key and value format, then only use this lookup transformation. Otherwise, don't use this. Especially, there are, in the case of lookup, there are 3 options: any row, first row, last row. Forget about first row and last row for now. In the case of any row, in the case of any row, when you have to go for the lookup, when you have to go for I mean joins, this is a use case. Sir, you are going to ask me something, please.
sir, we have two output files here.
Yeah.
So may I know the reason for it?
So only in the first file, only schema, sir. Only in the first partition, only schema, because this schema can be used by some other file. Especially whenever you are going to create a data set, it is asking for whether you have to use schema from the existed or you have to use the schema for some outsource. It is asking at the time of creating data sets. Did you observe that option? Okay.
So, sir, can you show that again, please?
Yeah. So please try to do that. Let me go into the ADF again. I'm trying to create a new data set here. I'm going to create a new data set once again. I'm going to select data lake. Okay. Just selecting the format, something name. I'm selecting my linked service. So here observe the second option, from sample file. It is asking me, especially import schema. Import schema from connection store, or import schema from sample file, or import schema from, if it is if the target data set is nothing, just you can select none. Did you understand my point, sir?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. So in such cases, that the first partition will be helpful for you. Okay.
Yes.
Suppose other data set requires same schema, same, I mean same structure and same order. At that time, you can go for the go with the second option, right?
So in that case, we can provide the path of that
That's it. That's
1905.
it. That's it. That's it. Simple. Okay.
So it can be reused later for other work.
Yes. Yes. Only schema reusage.
Okay.
Only schema reusage. Right. So, sir, this is what like today's session, and still more discussion is required in terms of real time, when to use the other options like first row and remaining row still. But tomorrow I'm going to cover a topic of joins. After completion of the joins, again I will come back to the lookups, and I will explain the scenarios about remaining two options, when to choose first row, when to choose the last row, when to choose any row. Any row already you have seen now. Thank you
Sir,
very much,
what,
sir. Yeah.
sir,
Yeah.
actually, what if the values are not present in lookup strings? How the values will be displayed?
Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. Those rows will not be matched. That's it.
So
That is
we
what the
don't
meaning.
put
That is what the meaning of any row. Okay. So after completion of remaining two examples, you will get full clarity about when to use first row, when to use last row, and when to use any row.
Okay.
Yeah. So for those scenarios, for those real time scenarios, like you have to wait for another 1 or 2 sessions. Okay. Yeah. Tomorrow I will cover the joins concept, and after that again I will come back to the lookup about the remaining scenarios. So all of you understood today concept? Mr. Anil, Lakshmi Narayana. Lakshmi Narayana, you are joining late, man. Sanjay, Prashant.
Sir.
Okay. All of you, let's see tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
And one more point, sir. Within 15 minutes, we are going to start the session with the synapse about the 4th session. All of you get ready for synapse session exactly by 8.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Thank you all
Thank
of
you.
you.
Yeah.